Let's listen to the press conference between Gukesh and Ding.
Finished. There is a microphone.
Here we go.
That is to my left that you can go to. Please line up there and ask one question, and we will keep going until we've concluded. My first question to you, Liren, is you've won the game in the aftermath of this victory. How does it feel?
Oh, no microphone.
It's on. It's on.
Well, of course, I feel very good. I haven't won a single classical game for a long time, and today I managed to do that. But this game, I think it's, to be fair, it's very lucky for me because I missed two tactics. Fortunately, it's time to work for him. Then I will show the.
It's hard to hear this, but
first here. Here. Immediately after I take, I realized I might lose because he can play here.
He saw Queen H7.
It's a very brilliant move.
There's Queen D4.
Queen D4 then not only save the game but also turn the table around. And the second point is the last move. When I take here, I carefully checked every other moves except Bishop E6. If I go here, he can just take that. Maybe he can draw the game.
No, they played 3 games in a row, you guys.
Can't do it. So, because I already know the accuracy of the game, I think overall I played good. Although at some point I thought I would maybe worse out of the opening. Maybe after this, he will set it better. But after that, I think he played some normal moves, and suddenly it became unclear, and he's not so happy with his position.
Yeah, I just put my recap up, you guys.
There was a moment in the opening when he played the move C3 that surprised us, that you spent a long time thinking in this position. Why did you spend so long?
Yes, I analyzed it, but I couldn't remember what's the continuation. I have to decide between play the line I knew, but I didn't know carefully, or I should.
Yeah, this is great, by the way. Some of you might not be able to understand the English perfectly. He's basically saying he looked at this, but he couldn't remember it. That's what he's saying.
I need to come up with a new idea in the game, myself, like in the game. And I choose the second one.
Okay. Now this is important. Basically, what he's saying here is that he had looked at something else, and then he basically chose to wing it on the fly, which makes it even more impressive, by the way. He basically decided to wing it. He just decided to wing it. Like, who needs preparation anyway? Who needs preparation, memorization? Just wing it. Just wing it completely and just play some new idea that you don't know.
May I ask you, Gukesh, when did you feel that this position had gone wrong for you?
I guess
Knight B2.
Was around
Knight B2.
Went after Knight B6. I thought I should be better, but then it was like it was unclear. Maybe I already hit some mistakes earlier, but
yeah, see, like, for example, here the move that's best, Knight B5 and Bishop F1, is just not human. It's just not a human idea. I mean, I don't think anybody would play Knight B5 and Bishop F1 here. Of course, Stongfish would, but it's just so very, it's just very counterintuitive. Moving a bishop backwards, stopping your king from castling, just not realistic. So, I mean, that's why it's very dangerous when you look at computer evaluations, because in an over-the-board game, you would never find this. Magus would never play it either, no. So it's very dangerous because you look at the engine evaluation, like, okay, you know, clearly like white's better, but the actual line that's good is just not something that I think a human can play. It's just not. Knight B5 and Bishop F1 is just not realistic in my opinion.
yeah, but maybe a few more moves.
But definitely after Knight B2 is when it collapsed.
Yeah. Suddenly
Knight B2 is when it collapsed. Yeah.
I was thinking about Bishop D4, but I did not really take this Knight D4, Knight B2 that seriously. Yeah, and then all these beautiful tactics happened. Yeah, Queen F4, G5 I missed, and then
he missed G5. Yeah, he missed G5. Okay, so he did. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, when in my calculations, I just thought Queen F4 is very good for me, but G5 is the problem. And okay, after this, I guess it was already tough.
There was some compensation given in this line here after Queen takes F4 that you could have played Bishop C5 in this moment. And,
yeah, I mean,
and play for Rook F3, which looked like it was potentially some chance for you. Did you look at this?
Yeah, I mean, when I went there, initially my plan was obviously to take Queen H7, but then I spotted Queen D4.
Okay, saw Queen H7, okay. Yeah, so actually, again, this is exactly what I said when I was covering. This is exactly what I said, because he didn't have a lot of time. He like I said, like, he might see Queen H7, Queen D4, and if he sees that, he's just not going to go for it because he figures he's just down 2 pawns and he's losing. But again, computers are so ridiculous that, like, they don't even care that you're down pawns, because basically you have 2 bishops and the black king is still weak. So I mean, it's like it makes sense why he rejected this. Actually, his reasoning is sound there. Let's keep going.
It's your first game in a World Championship match. Was there a lot of pressure, nervousness? It's easy to talk from the outside before a match, before it even starts, but how did you feel just as you were walking in for the very first time?
Yeah, I mean, for sure I was nervous, and I think it would be surprising if I said I wasn't nervous. I was surely nervous, but after the game started, I calmed down. I think I was playing. Yeah, I obviously surprised them in the opening. I was playing some good chess, but yeah, unfortunately, and then I kind of slipped. The momentum kind of slipped.
Couldn't be a better start for you, Liren. Your feelings winning with the black pieces, especially.
Yeah, because it's the first game, I think he might get nervous at the start of the match, so I try to play something unusual, which I haven't played for a long time, and it turned out to be worked perfectly.
I will open the floor to the press with any questions.
Leoncho Garcia from El País, Spain. My question to both players is basically asking you to analyze this game from the emotional point of view. In the case of Liren, well, you were supposed to be in bad shape before this game. You had, I think, objective reasons to be worried about your own situation, but suddenly you managed to overcome. How was your feeling process, emotional process during the game? And for Gukesh, you were supposed to play today an opponent in a bad shape, but what happened in reality was very different. How was your feelings? How did you deal with that?
Oh my gosh! Oh my god! I'm sorry, you guys. This is just killing me. It's like that's one thing that it drives me crazy sometimes. Is like I kind of wish I was there asking the questions, to be honest, because like this is just like a question. Like honestly, there are none of these thoughts. Once the game starts, you're just focused on the game. You don't have any of these thoughts at all. And like if you're not an actual like pro player, you're not someone playing at the top level, it's just you ask this question, but it's not like these are not thoughts in our minds. When we play chess, these are not thoughts in our minds at all. The only time you have thoughts about emotions are generally if something really decisive is going to happen in the game. That's when these thoughts do come in, but definitely not like once the game starts or in the opening or any of that stuff.
It's been a long time since my last classical game. I think it was played in Olympia, so it's two months ago. I have a lot of time to recover and to train, to prepare, to get the tournament with a totally new experience.
True.
And yesterday during the game, I just thought somehow maybe my position is not so good at some point, but then suddenly I spun this idea, knight take d4, and then knight b2.
Knight b2 was
on the queen side, and I just.
I mean, knight b2 was like Chef's Kiss. Actually, isn't Chef's Kiss his username? Or no, it's Chef's House or a Chef's Meal. I forget what his username is on chess.com. But yeah, knight b2 was like just like perfect, absolutely perfect, and then he just rolled it.
Move the piece very quickly, and not only to give him the pressure on the board.
It's Chef's House, okay.
Yeah, also as I mentioned today, I spent nearly all the day game sit on the board, not hiding the player's long like the first game was last time. So I think this is the totally new for me, and I don't think last time what was the last time I was so concentrated on one game.
Yeah, I mean, okay, this obviously it was not a great game by me, and it all depended on the alertness. I mean, when all this knight b2 queen c4 happened, I think it was just a tactical oversight by me. I mean, it can happen. It's a long match, and yeah, about my opponent's form, I think. Yeah, I mean, I expected nothing else. I expected the best version of him, and we have.
Now, this, by the way, I'm going to be honest. Like, I mean, this is a match, so you're going to say things a certain way. But looking at the face of Gukesh, I don't believe for a second when he says this that he actually believes it. To me, it's very clear that he's like shell shocked at what happened, and I think he probably thought, like, based off Ding not playing in the match against India, what everyone's been saying. I think he was definitely shocked. I think he's literally shocked. He's like, he didn't think that Ding could actually play like this. So I think this is saying like the right thing, but I don't think he actually believes it. I don't think he believes it.
We have a long match ahead, so yeah, it's only more exciting now that I'm training.
Next
Yeah,
question.
he's shocked. He's definitely shocked.
Michael Ray Hull from FIDE. I wanted to pick up on what you just said, Ding Liren. So you just said that you spent most of the time at the board, actually practically the whole game sitting at the board. That's very different from your performance in Astana, where you spent a lot of time in the lounge. Could you explain a bit more about this decision, how you made it, or is it something you thought about when you arrived at the board today? Thank you.
Yeah, so this is actually a good point too. I'll stop it right at the end of the question. Yeah, those of you guys who are watching the match between Ding and Nepo, I would say that probably 80% of the time the players were not sitting at the board. They were both in their lounges in the back, like drinking Coca-Cola, eating snacks and everything else. So this is a good point that it's true that Ding was at the board the whole time here. Just for anybody who wasn't watching the last one, I think there was actually stats on it. Like there were many moments when both players were not sitting at the board.
Well, first I just did not feel any kind of hungry or thirsty, so I don't need to have food or drinks in the player's lounge. And secondly, I think the position is full of possibilities, and I need to figure out what's my idea, to play castle or play some h5, or like in the game I found the right play, I think. And yes, it turns out the time flows very quickly. At some point I was down by 1 hour, but then yes, the time flies.
Time flies.
This is Mike Klein with chess.com. A question for Grandmaster Ding Liren. Second match in a row, you're working with Richard Rapport, and we're always kind of wondering about your opening choices, how much they came from him, how much they came from you. I'm curious if you wanted to play the French, if he kind of pushed you to play the French, or what impact did he have in your opening choice today?
Yes, he's a French expert. Also, I played French myself last
Crazy
time.
pronunciation.
Yes,
I thought is that correct? I didn't think that was correct. I didn't think it was necessarily Liren, but I was like, I don't know what it was, but I didn't think that was completely correct. But regardless, who cares? Somebody needs to tell him that Mike Liren is not a thing. Okay, whatever. Who cares?
Was our idea to play French, and
Liren, okay.
To play French in the first game.
Asking on behalf of followers of the FIDE channels for both of you, how many hours did you sleep before round 1, and what did you eat before the game?
I usually sleep. Depends on the day, but I try to have at least like 8 hours of sleep, and I think my sleep and my meals were good. Yeah, I'm having some meals before the game, and yeah, I feel good about both.
Well, I sleep the whole night as usual, and before the game I hope to sleep, but I failed.
If I may, before the question continues, there was one moment in the game that I recall.
I hope to sleep, but I failed. I hope to sleep, but I failed. Oh man, Liren is so cute. Okay, yeah. Hey, I tried to sleep, but I failed. Yeah. I'm gonna remember that for an interview in the future when someone asks me a question like that. I'm gonna remember that and use that line.
That you played very quickly for you, Gukesh. It was the moment when you played the move G4 here. You played it very quickly, and it seemed to surprise many in the audience, including some of the commentators and the like. Was this still your preparation completely?
Yeah, I mean,
of course it was.
No, like G4, you generally don't play without preparation. So.
Okay.
I mean, but see, this is also another problem, by the way. I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna give you guys a real take here. This is one of the problems with chess.com. I do not know why the engine on chess.com is literally tied to your computer and they don't have a way to tie it to a cloud engine, because legitimately the reason that people see that is they see the chess.com engine and they forget that it's based on their computer, which is not a supercomputer, by the way, in most cases. And then you're like, oh man, G4 black is better. What a blunder. Everything's horrible. And I don't know why chess.com is unable to incorporate that, because I do believe that Lead Chess does that, actually. I do believe that it's based on a cloud, and chess.com doesn't have it where it's tied to a cloud. It's tied to the speed of your own personal computer. So yeah, when people say they're like, oh, what a blunder, it's better for black, but then like when I looked up a supercomputer, Obviously G4 was completely fine for white, and this is just, I mean, just that's what happens when you're using a bad engine, is you're like, oh man, what a blunder, versus using an actual supercomputer. Because if everybody saw a supercomputer, they would realize it's completely fine.
All right. And were you comfortable? You were comfortable with the sequence afterwards, of course, because you had prepared it.
Yeah, I mean, I had looked at it, and after Queen A5, I was playing on my own.
Queen A5 was the novelty for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
This move. Okay.
Yep, of course.
Next question.
For Gukesh, a heartbreaking defeat, Gukesh. But in what way does this loss change your game plan for the match?
I think the game plan continues to be the same. Just to play every game with the same energy and play the best moves in the position. I think it's the same.
I'm from the organization. I have some Chinese questions for 丁立人。先祝贺。然后今天这个布局第7步棋是什么原因会长考了一会儿？我知道可能已经回答过了，但是可能还需要，希望能够再说一下。
用中文吗？
都可以 ，as you wish。
No translator。
对，第7步棋，我在回忆那个布局的准备跟在临场决定一下一种。
Oh, did she say Ding Liren?
抉择了一下，选择了。
I can't translate, you guys. I don't speak Mandarin. What do you think I am? I mean, there was a time that I actually knew a little bit of Cantonese because I spent time in Vancouver. But like, you expect me to know Mandarin? Are you kidding me? No, of course I don't know Mandarin. Well, you want me to translate? By the way, this is horrible. Why is there not a translator there? Why is there not a translator for Ding? By the way, that's actually insane.
后者。
那今天选择这个布局是想要稳一盘，还是想要争胜？因为知道
She said Liren?
是有战略上的优势。
选择法兰西很明显是一个很冒险的布局，因为白棋有很多种可能是能够获得一点微弱的优势的。然后赛前我也做了大量的准备，对，但是看到他的开局选择还是让我感到有点意外，然后也出乎了我的意料，所以说开局可能并不是特别的成功。
好，最后一个问题，今天的胜利会对接下来的战略有一些影响或者有一些改变吗
？I agree with whatever he's saying.
没有在世界冠军赛中领先过，所以我回去再考虑一下吧。而且战略这个是，比赛机密，还是不用透露的太多。
Next question.
Ulrich Stock from Germany. A question for Gukesh. Having so much time to see you play, we were wondering what the yellow ribbon means that you have on your wrist.
It's just some I don't know what you call it, but it's like a sacred thread. I mean, just a religious thing.
Okay, thank you.
Actually, you guys, I think Vidit had something similar on his hand when he played the Global Chess League. Prague also maybe had something too, I seem to recall. So I think it's just normal.
Any more questions?
One more question for Ding Liren. In 2023, you were always playing from behind.
It's Li Ren. Even the WGM from China said Li Ren. It's not Li Zhen. It's not Li Zhen. Come on, dude. Come on, Mike Klein. Get it together already. Oh my God.
3 times. Of course, the only time you were ahead is when you won the match. So, do you think that this will impact any way you're going to play going forward now that you finally have a lead?
Well, yes, it's a totally new experience. If it's the Swiss or close tournament, then I will fight for win in every possible game. But if in the match, I haven't have any experience yet, and tomorrow I have white pieces, and since I haven't prepared yet, so I don't know what's the approach I will.
Oh my God, is he trolling? I mean, dude, like I haven't prepared. He's like he's giving the answers that I would give. He's like, yeah, I just show up, I just play, I don't study. I'll look at something tonight, and I don't know, I'll do something, right? I'm just gonna show up and play. Like I don't know what the plan is. Like I'll just do something. He's got to be trolling.
At night, I always have very good sleep.
Any more questions?
Wait! Didn't he say at night I sleep good? Wait, what did he just say? Wait a second. What did he say? Wait.
At night, I always have very good sleep.
At night, I always have a real good sleep. Didn't he say like 5 minutes ago something like, I tried to sleep, but I failed? Didn't he say that, or am I forgetting? Didn't he literally say he tried to sleep, but he failed like 5 minutes ago? Okay, let's keep going. Gukesh is not happy, by the way.
And with that, we'll conclude the press conference. Next game is tomorrow at 5 p.m. local time. Thank you, everyone, and have a good night.
That was good. That was good, actually. That was hilarious. That was some good stuff. All right, you guys. Well, that was the press conference, which will probably be uploaded a bit later. So to everybody who is watching this video, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, make sure that you smash that subscribe button below, and we'll be back with Game 2 tomorrow, press conference, everything else. So hope you guys enjoyed it, but have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you soon. Have a good one. Bye.